Hello everybody. Sorry that I'm so late with all this. I was just watching some YouTube and I forgot time. So yeah, welcome to this special episode, I guess, where we're gonna be looking at the zombie storyline. We're gonna try to piece this stuff together. Oh, well, together. I'm just trying to still set up some stuff here. You're probably gonna see a display capture in a moment. That's gonna look double or triple as can be. Let me just see if audio is right. Audio seems right. That's good. That's good. Filters. Okay, I just gotta turn off the crop path real quick. There we go. There you should see my screen. And now we're just gonna change the display capture to my second monitor, which is this one. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Okay, we're just gonna switch this up a bit. There we go. Okay, this so that you guys can see if we're gonna be writing stuff in the meantime and searching for certain things. So I'm just gonna get rid of it for now. We're gonna be writing a bit in the background. Stuff is crazy right now for the zombie storyline. After what I've saw or what I solved today, basically. Yeah, there is right now not a better time to just start theorizing about the Dark Eater storyline. And there is some really interesting stuff going on in the intels. So, because I don't have audio here, I'm going to be using my side of the stuff here. So I'll be 1 second ahead of you guys. I'll be writing in the meantime. I'll be waiting until it's over. If you guys did not know, we have the intel system. I have every intel that there is. Oh, I also just noticed that my camera is not working. Hold up. That's like, I'm making hand gestures but it doesn't show. LOL. Okay. New camera. Oh, there, man. Once again. Okay, we're just gonna put myself here. Just so we have that. Okay. So, I hope everything is hearable. I'm just gonna go into the intel. So yeah, I have every single season of intel. Even have the Onslaught ones. So we're just going to be looking through everything. We're going to be going through the exclusive content first, because that's Onslaught. We've got the Requiem Omega Maxes, but we also have the Dark Ether, which is mostly in the other side of things with the maps itself, not an Onslaught. Some reason why, I don't know. So, we're going to go into the Requiem stuff first. Okay. So I don't know what. I think I have some big ass stick drift here. Nothing too big. There is some certain stuff that is about. I think it's this one, Dimensional Breach. No. Yeah, it's the report to Dr. Strauss, Agent Pearson. I guess this is not really important, honestly. The one thing that is pretty cool though is the Yamantau intel. Since that happened straight after the green light nuke detonated. I just know that my audio is still on. Lovely. But yeah, the green light nukes from the campaign activated on Mount Yamantau, like we saw in the intro cutscene for this from Yamantau. So that's how the outbreak zone got there. Hazmat soldiers, and then Gora from Omega Group, and the action file report about what happened in Mount Yamantau. And let me see if it's in there. Special training to help return a tactical Dimensional membrane. Yeah, this is really interesting right here. So, while I understand the need to eliminate witnesses at outbreak zones, I wish to respectfully offer an alternative. These nuclear, biological and chemical protection troops are not your average soldiers and certainly not mere civilians. Caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Disappearing Agapov's unit would be a waste of highly trained fighting men. Right now they are using their special... Jesus Christ, stick. Come on. Their special training to help determine if the tactical nuke explosion somehow weakened what Pack refers to as the dimensional membrane, thus causing a micro-incursion. Such men are too valuable to bury in the tundra. Far better to reassign them to the Ural Mountains, here it comes, outbreak zone, where they would be uniquely suited to work on redacted. Obviously I'm prepared to execute the colonel's initial order. I simply ask a moment to reconsider how best to expand this particular pool of manpower to further Omega Group's objectives. So, the thing that they're talking about in the redacted, I think that is talking about Operatia Diversia, which is the giant operation that's going on in the Ural Mountains, I think. That Pack's been mentioning all around the whole time. So I guess that isn't really something we could be looking at. Pre-season, with the Dr. Virgo files, we'll be listening to them.
I have completed my adjustments, Dr. Vogel. You may begin recording.
Thank you, I already have. This is Ulrich Vogel, Director of Project N Station. 7th of March, 1944, 10:03 p.m. Commencing cyclotron test run number 12. Dr. Kurtz, please proceed.
All readings are within acceptable parameters. Looks like we are getting the collisions we expected and, some interesting patterns are starting to.
What was that?
I do not know. Gauges are redlining. We have to shut down.
Thank God. What is happening to the air around the collider?
You men, back away from that!
Cut the power!
I'm trying! Controls are not responding!
Guards, retreat! Seal those things in the chamber!
So yeah, this is basically how it all started when the particle particle accelerator was activated, and all the collisions were coming in. That's how the Dark Ether got into the world itself, so that's the incident. This is, I think, directly the 5 days after.
Ulrich Vogel, Director of Project N Station, 12th of March, 1944. 5 days have passed since the accident. I am starting to see it not as a setback, but a breakthrough. Literally. The cyclotron continues to operate, apparently without an external power source. We cannot deactivate it, and it is still manifesting the strange phenomenon I call a rift, and Kurtz calls a wormhole. He attached instruments to the end of a long metal pole and passed it through the rift. The readings confirm that somehow the cyclotron ripped through the fabric of space-time. Something lies on the other side. A parallel world, or perhaps a whole universe. But we dare not approach too closely, lest we suffer the same fate as the men currently held in our medical clinic. Those men remain in a state best described as living death. Kurtz thinks they caught a high dose of some exotic radiation from the other side of the rift. We are checking their blood and tissue samples for traces of rare elements or otherworldly pathogens. I pray, whatever it is not contagious.
So yeah, that's really interesting to see. I'm gonna note that down. That after a few times that the soldiers got infected by Dark Ether after brief contact. So that was in 12th of March 1944. 12th of March 1944. Okay, we can go on to the next one, I guess. So yeah, we're just gonna go through all the audio logs for each season. So documents. This is not really important. Space-time bridge sketch. Do we have the space-time bridge sketch? Apparently not. I don't see the blueprints. I think they're glitched right now. That's so sad. Yeah, so the Dark Ether itself is called Exo Element 1. Like the infection. Infection is called... is done by Exo Element 1. So yeah, we have the fee ciphers. I don't know what they all mean. Oh, that's season 1. Still in pre-season. Radio transmission. Oh yeah, this is how they all... Yeah, the first season is not talking about anything special. We just have those things. Virgil, audio logs. Privates Alexei Dmitriev and Vadim Kalashnikov. For the unit's exploration of the facility. Oh, okay, yeah, so this is what got caught on the first one. Yeah, Kazimir Saikov, a mechanic from a 1st Guards Tank Army, is volunteered by Colonel Pavel Lazarev to deactivate the cyclotron. So, yo, Joe, how you doing? So, this one, the Saikov, as we know if you saw my video, is the stranger who is stuck in the Dark Ether. So, listen to this. This is how he actually got shot inside of the bunker.
Здравствуйте. My name is Pavel Lazarev. I was sent to contain this mess, and you're going to help me. Comrade, state your name.
Kazimir Sikov, Starshina, 1st Guards Tank Army. I am mechanic.
I was told despite your limited education, you understand German equipment.
Well, I scavenge parts from panzer tanks to keep our T-34s running. How can I be of service, Comrade Lazarev?
There is a machine I need you to deactivate. It is called a cyclotron. It leaks strange radiation. You have seen what it does to men.
Da, Colonel. What if same thing happens to me?
You will not fail, Zykov. You may not survive, but you will not fail. Understood?
Da.
Congratulations, товарищ! You're going to be a hero of the Soviet Union.
Hero my ass. He got sacrificed for Russia. Oh yeah, so this is his final message. It's not really important. Radio transmission. No, that's Valentina. So there was nothing in pre-season for that. That's interesting. Audio log. Yeah, we already got those documents. I was talking about the Saikov letters in my video, so we don't have to go over those. Audio logs. As Max's. Just the B&D. Game changer. Okay, no. So this is not really important right now. This is just stuff we know. Documents, Dieter's note. Incoming answers. So yeah. Yeah, so we know by now that this guy, the message for Weaver, that the guy who was turned from Omega Group, that's Ravenov. Does that. Radio transmission. See. So this one is pretty interesting. This one, I'm gonna let you guys listen.
I'm going to assume you can hear me, because the alternative is far too depressing to think about. I'm in the field, but not an actual field. That would be silly. It's a churchyard in Romania. Don't worry, there are no vampires. Even if there were, I have garlic. And weapons. To be perfectly clear with you, I have reason to believe the BND have been compromised. So, I have gone what some would term a little bit rogue. It pretty much means I'm operating without authorization or oversight. But since I've spent the last 7 years working alongside spies from both East and West, you can hardly blame me. Don't worry. I know my scorpions from my frogs. This experiment, end station. If I'm right, it may really be the turning point the Russians believe it to be. We have to stop them.
Yeah, so why was she in Romania? It's not. There's nothing been explained about that. Why was she in Romania? I know she went rogue and everything, but why Romania? So that might be something to look into. What happened beforehand after she left the B&D? I got reason. Yeah. No. He didn't yet. Okay, Dark Ether. This is where it gets interesting. So, these lost souls. This is what I wanted to talk about. This is gonna be the great link for the theory that I have.
Is anyone out there? Can anyone hear me? I do not know how long I have been here. There are no days to count. Only an endless twilight. Like a dream that keeps shifting whenever I try to focus on it. There are some strangely beautiful sights here. Great glowing gems, luminous creatures that float on the mist. Beauty means little when you're always being hunted. I should never have gone near that shimmering light. I should never have touched it. I thought it was a sign from God, but no God here. There is no God.
Yeah, so these lost souls, they're really interesting since if we know Cyclops' story, yeah, he touched the shimmering light and he was able to teleport back to his home world. But when Johannes touched it, something else happened and we don't know what. He was terrified of it, so maybe you have to be worthy enough or stay more than a long ass time to actually use those breaches. Anywho, welcome to Alfie to the stream. Hope you have a good day. Mariska.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Lord, it is me, Mariska. I do not know if my words reach you anymore. I do not know if you care at all about the damned. For that is surely what I am. Damned. And I just want to know. Why, Lord? What did I do to end up here? It is not the hell I expected. No lake of fire. Only a cold, perpetual half-night that somehow seems even worse. Dead men wander this land, feasting on the living. If you can call it living. And I fear they may be. Lord, they are coming. I beg you, protect me. Deliver me from this place. I should not be here. I should not.
Lost Souls are at the beginning of pre-season already, so you can already get those in D Machina. They're all the way up till season 3. That's where Fedorov comes in. So yeah, it is strange to think how she's like, how did I get here? What have I done to deserve this? And I do think this is gonna be the theory that after Attack the Totem, these lost souls are the ones that got sucked into the Dark Ether because the dimension is gone. And that's why they're stuck in there. So these are people probably from the other timeline, from when Primus and the Ether itself was still in function. So yeah. How did she get there? She didn't use a portal of anything. So yeah. David. This one? I don't know about this one.
Okay. Think it through. Reason it out. I've met quite a few others who got trapped here like me. And every single time, the question comes up. Are we in hell or not? I mean, sure, this has to be hell, right? There's dead people, the demons. I feel as far from God as you can get. I even thought I saw ghosts here. But now I'm thinking maybe they're just folks back home, and somehow I'm seeing them through the veil that separates our worlds. Which brings me to the thought I just can't get out of my mind. What if there is no hell? What if this place is just a place? What if people came here before and got out? And that's how we got the whole idea of hell in the first place. I mean, that should give me some hope, right? It means you can escape. And maybe hope is part of the punishment. Maybe hope is the ultimate cruelty.
Yeah, it's something that is really strange. Like, he's saying that he saw those spectral reflections, which we can only see with the ether scope. So, how did they get the ether scope there? Did he find it? Was there some other way they saw it? We heard about more survivors, so I do think that these are the survivors who got in after Tag, the Tozen. And also David, I think, is going to be a reference to Dante's Inferno, since he's trying to escape hell, and that was the point in Dante's Inferno. Approach. This one, I am not quite sure what to say of this. I want you guys to just listen to this and say, what is the first thing that comes up in your mind when you hear this? What was that cry at the end? I've never heard something like that before. Maybe something in Extinction, but that was something we have never heard before. So, what could that be? That's a whole new creature we don't know about. But yeah, there's something approaching. And it finds it, and then you hear the cry, and then boom, it's dead. That's what this audio log is basically saying, that the person who was recording, he died during this by a giant beast. Because you can hear the trees and everything, you can hear it behind you. Like you hear the branches, you hear it crackling. Alice. Alice in Wonderland. Alice probably is the most interesting one. Before you read this or listen to this, I want you to think of what map could this be referencing right here? What map?
I hope someone out there can hear this. I'm not quite certain this device even works. You see, I'm an historian. I was touring ancient sites in Peru when it all went dark. Suddenly, I'm in this jigsaw landscape. This hodgepodge of creatures and artifacts, like a collision of cultures and eras. I've seen medieval structures alongside 21st century buildings. I've seen ancient storybook creatures and mechanical monsters straight from a science fiction novel. And the thought I cannot seem to shake now is that the universe has a dumping ground for things that go bump in the night. Others I've encountered assume this is hell. But it's worse. It's the dustbin of history. It's the rubbish dump of time. When the universe is through with you, this is your final stop.
So, what is the map that reminds you of this? What are the maps that remind you of this? Because I freaking know what this probably is referencing right here. Dump in time. So, if you guys actually read it and listened to it, she was saying that she was first in Peru and then she got into the Dark Ether somehow. And that she saw there medieval structures and 21st century buildings. The only two maps that I can really think of with medieval structures is the Reisendrache or Origins, and the 21st century building has to be Die Rise. Like, the Dark Ether is a spot where stuff gets dumped that we know. And we have seen that beforehand. We saw that in Revelations, with all the maps being fused together into one. And I do think that is what the universe does in this. It's a rubbish dump of time, where all the stuff gets put down, and it's the final stop. So we can call Revelations basically the final stop. Okay, on to Lossos Barbara. This one, I think this one speaks for itself, that she's turning into something. The part that intrigues me though is the crocodile part. Listen to this.
Confession time. This one's gonna sound a little nutsoid, but stay with me. Please, stay with me. So, I've noticed that ever since I landed in this place, well, I've noticed some changes in me physically, and hey, I am not crazy. Do not call me crazy, but mentally, too. It's bad enough when my skin started to wither. I look part alligator. My nails are growing like crazy, and my teeth. What worries me more is how calm I am about it. I mean, at first I panicked, but the more I change, the less I mind. Plus, I am not as afraid of things I run into. Don't judge me. Don't you fucking judge me. I've eaten one or two of them. I gotta eat something. Anyway, I don't know if it's the fog or those glowy crystal things, but this place changes you. Not all at once, but I don't think I could go back now, even if I knew how.
Yeah, so the part that gets me is I look part alligator. My nails are growing like crazy and my teeth. Like, I don't think that sounds like a normal zombie to me. I do think that it might be hinting at the mimic, that she's turning into a mimic and that she doesn't seem to mind. But it could also be something else. It could be someone like a Margwa. We don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to wait for more intel to say that. And that's the pre-season Dark Ether ones. Of course, with all of this, which are the days that went going on with the Stranger. I already went through this in my video. Interesting though, the Dark Ether wrench, even though we cannot see it. I do believe that is Psychos, because he was a tank engineer and we used that to repair the tank. So I'm just gonna write that Dark Ether wrench. I don't even have to write that, that just speaks for itself. Basically. I guess that's done with pre-season, so now we're going to season 1 where the actual stuff comes in. Exo Element 1, which is called basically the 115 of this universe. So...
Vogel, 16th of March, 1944. We have finally isolated an unknown element in the men who were transformed by the cyclotron accident. And even at this early stage, it is clearly a remarkable substance. For now, we have classified it as Exo Element 1. Kurtz suggested Vogelium. Such an ass-kisser. The current theory is that at sufficient concentrations, Exo Element 1 triggers the horrific transformations experienced by the men closest to the cyclotron rift. I am currently designing a chamber to withdraw Exo Element 1 from the occupant. My hope is to somehow purify the men and reverse their necrotic condition. If we can learn to control the necrotization process, I believe it could be weaponized. Imagine an army of unkillable soldiers. Even at this late point in the war, I may have found the key to saving the Reich.
So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that it's Exo Element 1 that turns every guy into a zombie. But we don't know anything more about Exo Element 1. This is about all the things that's going on. Oh yeah, Firebase C came out as well at this point. This is about... what's his name? Ravenov. pack. Yeah, Ravenov. Yeah, there's nothing really much to mind on there at that front. Nothing there. Uranverein. Well, this could play into something. This right here is that rather than a reprimand, Berlin responded with great interest, encouraging us to further study the space-time rift. It is now our top priority. Atomic weapons research is on the back burner. The thought that we've accessed a dimension where time passed at a different rate represents us with a remarkable tactical opportunity. The Fuhrer himself understands the implications. He has taken a personal interest in Project Endstation, and that is one man I dare not disappoint. So in this, yeah, that guy knows about Project Endstation and the things that it could do. So, they're working right now under Uranverein. Yeah, our superiors at Uranverein. So that might play into something with the Berlin map. So Uranverein. Let me write that down. Uranverein. Orders. Berlin. Okay, so we got that. Outbreak zone timeline. Oh, we know about the outbreak zones. So we know about the Project Endstation facility. Baku, Azerbaijan. We don't know about that one yet. Requiem strike arrives at Endstation, yes. NATO FOB near Hanover, West Germany. We know which one that is. Near the Vietnam outbreak zone, yup. Menendez cartel cocaine processing, yup. So this is basically talking about Onslaught being canon. Radio transmissions. If you're in arms race, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was led by Friedrich Steiner. I remember that. So yeah, we might see him come into play somewhere. Just some properties. Yeah. There's nothing much really we can say about Requiem. I guess we're just gonna leave those behind. Now Omega is another different because we have Dr. Alexandra Valentina.
This is Dr. Alexandra Valentina, Psychotronics Research Lead for Omega Group. It is the 1st of November 1983. I have just given the order to reactivate the Project Endstation Particle Accelerator. It is a monumental moment in Soviet history. Some, including myself, might even call it a turning point. 2 officers have volunteered for the task. Their courage and sacrifice represent the pinnacle of Soviet strength. Their names will be echoed through Lubyanka's halls. They will be remembered as heroes. It has all happened so quickly. 4 months of research, testing, planning, and staging. I must thank Chairman Chebrikov, Chairman Andropov, and the rest of the Politburo. Without their support, Operation Undertaker would not have been possible. With the cyclotron's reactivation, not only will we reopen the dimensional gate first discovered by the Germans 40 years ago, but also additional dimensional gates around the globe. With these new gateways opened, we will proceed to Phase 2 and begin the real work. Research of this new dimension and the development of new technologies. These technologies will be critical to our future. It is the turning point that will put us well ahead of our enemies in the West. We were the first. We are the last.
So that's basically what Omega actually stands for. We were the first, we are the last. I'm just gonna put that down. We are the first. We are the last. Because that's an actual quote said by the Mangler inside of Firebase C. So it probably is an infected Omega soldier or something else. And I do think we might be looking at something. Because if you look at the Omega logo itself, I can actually show this here. So yeah, you see how it has the Earth, and in the middle it has the Omega symbol. I do believe that it somehow is referencing the summoning key. So, because the summoning key was at the beginning and it was there at the end. It could be something, you know. Going back into it, where do we have? Frick. Why is this not working? Hold up. Yeah, so Outpost 25 has fallen. This one is from Pack.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Is anyone there? The dial tells me this is the correct broadcast frequency, so I'm just going to assume you can hear me. Whichever Omega lackey happens to be receiving this transmission, start dialing the Colonel. Now! I've got a, developing situation over here. Outpost 25 has fallen. Everyone here is either dead, dying, or infected. I'm the last one alive. I want to make this unequivocally clear. This is not my fault. It was the gateway. Without warning, it unleashed a massive burst of Ethereum. The infection spread quickly, and as my men began to turn, I observed a phasic barrier surround the base. My men tried to escape, but anyone who entered this phase quickly succumbed to a terrible case of death. More creatures keep arriving every hour. I'm trapped in a room with little food and only a literal pot to piss in. Get me the hell out of here!
So, we do know that Samantha was responsible for this 100%, because this right here actually has a resemblance to Alpha Omega, if you guys remember that. And I'm about to show you guys that, and you can see right here. I'm just gonna go to the Alpha Omega intro, outro. Just gonna take this, read so much, just gonna show this. So, this is the part that I was talking about. You can see right here in a moment. This is what I'm talking about. This part. So yeah, she has a massive outburst, a rage moment, and she just destroys the whole facility. That is... what's it called again? Camp Edward. Unleashing the zombies in Nuketown, basically. So yeah, that's a really interesting way they're going at this. And we're going to be returning to Alpha Omega in a moment's time with the theory that I have. So, just hold up. Just gonna display capture that away. So yeah, we have that. Let me get my thing off. And we do know that this was Samantha's cause because of future intel that suggests that. And also, we do not know how time and space works in the ether, in the dark ether. Samantha said she was there for a few months, even though it was 2 days. So it might have been that something happened while she was in the dark ether, and that's how she got like revenge. We're gonna be talking more about that later on. But first off, we're gonna go to where is it? Yeah, Operation Undertaker. SDI. And station flag for review by Chairman of State Security. Jabrakov convenes meeting with Chairman Andropov and top members of Politburo. Screening the films and proposing the weaponization of the phenomena recorded at end station within 2 weeks. Approval is given for Operation Undertaking to be carried out by Special Operation Group Omega. Mission status: end station site in Morasco. Meteorite preserve secured 28th of August. Cover story is about unexploded ordnance support armed perimeter to keep locals away. Dr. Valentina and Dr. William Peck began examination of an abandoned German scientific equipment. 2 months of study by Peck and Valentina confirmed the cyclotron and other experimental devices are restored to operational condition. The Colonel is currently dispatching additional Omega teams to end station for particle accelerator restart. Results will be provided to the chairman after 2nd of November. So yeah, Operation Undertaker, that is the way they were going for infiltrating Project End Station. They said there was a Morasco meteorite. So yeah, that's what they used as a cover site. We know the K-Sun sites is the new facility because there's a major ether outbreak there. It's a big site for them to open up. It was child's play, as Peck said. Yeah, so here we have that Omega Group forces at Outpost 25 are instructed to begin recruiting Ethereum miners from the local population. Conscription will be carried out in conjunction with the authorities in Chuan-Chen Yue and Quang Tri provinces. Antagonizing our North Vietnamese comrades will be counterproductive, and they will be eager to rid themselves of undesirables and intellectuals, who may prove to be ideal Ethereum miners. To help accelerate the process, the Kremlin will provide additional Ethereum miners from prison and work camps across the Soviet Union. Even enemies of the state can serve the greater good. The chairman expects this will put an end to the loss of Spetsnaz personnel by increasing Ethereum collection yields. So yeah, the guys, the prisoners and the Vietnamese guys around, they got sent into the Dark Ether so that they can save their Spetsnaz comrades. Because we can read that in Vedorov's journal, as stated in my video, that they switched out for enemies of the state, and Vedorov got the job of mapping out the Dark Ether instead. So yeah, I'm just gonna write that down. Prisoners, POWs, basically. Ethereum miners. So yeah, this is about the subject is specimen K7 1924, recovered from Dark Ether, dimension on 09 May 1984. Subject recovered by miner Tobias Schenk. Subject was captured alive. While caged, subject transformed into several common objects seemingly at will. Weight of subject changed based on the object it transformed into. Well, he turns into a crate, equipment storage container, chair, a rifle, an Ethereum containment canister. The subject was terminated after escaping containment by taking form of rifle. Guard unwittingly opened cell, not realizing. With additional research, we computationally adapt creatures' camouflage ability for human warfare, implications are massive. Prior to termination, subject used prehensile tentacles to attack soldiers as it stormed through base. Tentacles appear to operate independently from arms and legs. Subject able to extend the tentacle and grapple unsuspecting humans. Upon examination, DNA is part human. Disfigured face clones observed in autopsy report resemble that of Private Glaskov, MIA last month in Dark Ether Dimension. So, what we can read from this is obviously the first mimic that they spotted. That was K7 1924. The guy was lost for a month, but we don't know how the Dark Ether works with that. So yeah, he's probably been there stuck for like 4 years for him, and that's how he got turned into it. Radio transmission. Yeah, Valentina. Was it experiment gone wrong? Yeah, no. That one. Nope. I don't think there's much here. So we go to Max's then. That's the interrogation. We know that she got thrown into the Dark Ether. Yeah, we don't need that. Radio transmission. Yeah, so this part is interesting because this comes in contact with season 3. So there's right here this thing about this is me raging on your operation. God knows me and Weaver got a history and a whole lot in common. What is the link between Weaver and Maxis? Because they've been talking about the boy. Link, Maxis, Weaver. Short history, yeah. Yeah, back in the 70s, West Germany was a major investor and supplier to Iran. Instead of oil and gas, we propped up their steel industry and aided their nuclear power program. I was there in 79 when the revolution kicked off. Western intelligence agencies coordinated with the CIA to ensure the Shah's safe extraction to the US. But a lot of diplomats and citizens weren't so lucky, me included. If it wasn't for Weaver's intervention and willingness to go off the books, I'd be a forgotten memory by now. Okay, so that's the link between them. Okay. Yeah, so these are the quotes from Dark Heifer when she's in there.
I don't know how long I've been waiting for an answer, but I haven't had one yet. I know you are there. I know. But I am here, and I have been waiting for a long time. How long, I don't know. The days are blurred. The nights are relentless. Is it a week? Is it a month? More? It all seems so long ago. Not too long ago. I hope.
Yeah, so we know that this is the Dark Ether since every single time you hear a quote from the Dark Ether, you hear this whistle in the background. Listen to this. You can really hear that whistle.
I don't know how long I've been waiting for an answer, but I haven't had one yet. I know you are there.
Yeah, there you go. That was that whistle. So yeah. Because of strange whistle. What is that whistle? That's the thing. I have not heard that whistle. Yo, Darkfire, how you doing? I haven't heard that whistle anytime when I was in the Dark Ether, so.
Monsters are real. I used to have nightmares about them, and I told myself I was being foolish. I was wrong. I'm not scared. I have overcome much worse things. I will take their power from them by using it. Now, I hide in shadows, like they did when I was a child. I found shelter. I found food. I do what I need to in order to survive. Tomorrow will be a better day. I will choose to believe that.
So yeah. I found shelter, I found food. I think she found the remnants of the stranger's shelter. And maybe that's how she found him. Probably. It is interesting that she said, I will take their power from them by using it. What does she mean with that? Is she killing them and using the essence to upgrade something? Because we know the freaking Pack-a-Punch or the Forge and the Wonderfist, they are in the Dark Ether, so we do not know if that is what they're talking about.
The perpetual night brings dark thoughts inside me. I want to get it out. I don't understand why. I am not spiteful. I am just. I am only me.
Okay. That was strange. I gotta listen to this. Did she?
Monsters are
Okay, no,
the
no. I heard like this buzzing noise and I was like, is that and that? So yeah, there is something in her that she wants to get out, but she doesn't know why. We'll come back to that.
I am sorry. It's always dark here. I used to worry that morning would never come. But now, I choose to embrace the darkness, to find the light within myself. I am not a bad person. I am a good soul. I want to believe that. I have to believe that. I wish I could prove it. Maybe I shouldn't. Why do I care what they think of me? I'm just sorry. They do not really know me.
Yeah, so she embraced the darkness. To find the light within herself. That is an interesting quote. So, did she embrace the darkness to accept who she was in the past? Or did something else happen?
When I opened my eyes, there was blood on my hands. I stared at it, not knowing if it was mine. Then I saw the bodies. Omega soldiers. They looked like victims of a frenzied attack. An attack that continued even after they were dead. I have a knife. I do not remember where it came from. I just want to go home.
So she did find some Omega soldiers. And they were attacked like it was a frenzy, so this just could not be an ordinary knife. I do think that she did not kill them. It might be that she did kill them, or that it was that she got amnesia from it because of the dark ether. That she's losing memories because of that. Because she's there with her sheer will to survive. She's full of adrenaline, so she can definitely miss some stuff.
This is a dream. A bad dream. It has to be. That's what I tell myself. Even if it isn't true. What is happening? Why is it happening? I don't know. I don't know anything. I am lost. Please find me. Please.
Yeah, so she says that this is a dream, a bad dream, it has to be. I don't think she's talking about that she's stuck in the dark ether itself. I think she saw something that scarred her. She might have killed somebody. And what I'm thinking right now is that she found the bodies probably of Primus and Ultimus. And that's how she got Kyo's katana and everything. And that she doesn't, and then the memories come rushing back in. Because she's like, oh, I don't know anything. I'm lost, please find me. Like, she doesn't know what's happening to her. How did those memories get back in? Did they flood into her when she saw the bodies? Something like that. But yeah, that's where that ends. And then we still have some lost souls.
They all saw. They thought this mission would be quick. The plan came straight from the top. How we were taking that first step, victory was ours. But we spent our bullets long ago, and this place has changed us. I am not the man I was. I am not a man at all. I am just so very tired.
Yeah, so he definitely became a zombie. Something like that.
Field report. Lost contact with unit, but continue to gather samples until comrades are required. Atmospheric readings match crystal radiation signature. So this stuff is everywhere. Personal contamination remains in safety range. 4 hostile contacts today. I killed 3 with small arms fire. The other I avoided. May attempt engaging after I find my squad. There is much to explore here. Stand by for additional reports.
Yo, how you doing, Bo? Hi. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, Piotr is looking for his squad mates. We'll be seeing a lot more of Piotr, I think, over this season that's about to come. Vedorov, we already had that one in my video, so we don't have to go over that one. Kozlov, though, it's a prisoner.
Kozlov. Prisoner number 136778. I was transferred here from Perm 35 labor camp last month. Somehow, I have survived 5 trips into the darkness to get at them fucking crystals. 5. That bastard American doctor even called me Lucky Ivan. He forced us through his gateway at gunpoint. Shot the first man who dared to say "Niet." So in go 9 of us. Only Lucky Ivan comes back. And now, I'm in this hellish place on trip number 6. And I cannot find the exit. Did they close it? Did they get tired of waiting for me? These crystals are heavy. I do not know where I am. And I know something out there is watching me. Not so lucky, after all.
Yeah, so my man got... he's not able to go back to the world because the portal closed because of the outburst that happened. Alright, yeah.
Tobias Hoffman, Sergeant. I was captured on a covert mission in the DDR. My superiors had to deny they ever heard of me. The Stasi interrogated me. I gave them nothing. So they threw me in a Dresden prison for 2 years. And now, a KGB unit I never heard of before has me hunting for damned monsters in this nightmare world they have discovered. They brought Asa prisoners, political dissidents and common criminals, to gather strange minerals from this place. But I have skills the others do not. So they make me hunt specimens for their American scientist. It makes sense. Why risk their own soldiers when they have someone as utterly expendable as me? So I kill their specimens and drag them back for study. The American is giddy with these new playthings. He promises to reward me, but I know his words are empty. Strange man. I swear he feels more kinship for these creatures than he does for other people. Truth be told, I do not hate this work. Dangerous, yes, but better than rotting in a jail cell.
Yeah. So he's collecting specimens for Pack. We do not know if this man's alive, but since he's a lost soul, I remember that most of the lost souls die or get changed into zombies, so I don't think this man survived. But he could be. You never know. Olga, though, is a different part.
My name is Olga. It is Olga. Olga. Damn it, I cannot remember last name. I was pulled out of labor camp to mine crystals. I was healthy then. But I think crystals make me sick. First came nightmares. I am chair. I am box. I am table. Maybe it does not seem scary, but it is. Then came fevers and pain. Now parts of skin look like wood, look like a brick. It is different every morning. Bones are crooked. They bend like rubber. And hair is sticking together like tails of rats. Am I falling apart? Or am I turning into something else?
Yeah, so Olga was turning into a mimic. So yeah, that was specimen K71 as well, so sad. Yeah. Do we have any... oh, this is Piotr. Yeah, Piotr has a lot of quotes, but... yeah, this is interesting though. From the little I could make out, he claims to have been here for many months. This is not possible. He deployed only 1 week before I did. So yeah, time seems to be different in the Dark Ether, and I do want to figure out what the time things are. Who the fuck is trying to... no, I don't want to... Gotta love ads. Sorry about that. Yeah, so he says he's been there for months, but it's only been 1 week. Something.
I have heard its guttural roar echo through the forest like a wounded animal screaming out in pain. I fear they are becoming an army.
Yeah, so this one is gonna work together with my Fury. So Horde, Army, Assembly.
I do not know how long it has been. How long have I gone without orders? How long without purpose? I fear I am losing. Not just a war, but losing myself. There were soldiers, an army. One I recognized, but hoped I would never see again. I am afraid that wherever I go, I may not come back.
Yeah. So they're talking about an army, that the zombies are turning into an army. And I do think what he was saying is that he saw some Nazi zombies. So yeah, that's what happened to Piotr. Season 2! Finally, we're almost there! Yay! Yeah, so this is about Valentina.
This is Heinrich Meyer, Station Chief, Berlin. Office of Requiem. Weaver, we have a developing situation over here. Reliable human places Dr. Alexandra Valentina of KGB Spetsnaz Omega Group here in West Berlin. She was observed scouting several locations in the city. Objective unknown. This is very distressing, to say the least. Dr. Valentina is directly involved with Omega's interdimensional research. If she is here expecting or intending for something to happen... Weaver, we have been very fortunate so far that most of Omega's operations have been in remote, rural areas. Berlin, on the other hand, is the focal point of the Cold War. The world is always watching us. If they were to launch an op here, I have a team trying to intercept her communications. I will alert you should they succeed.
Yeah, so Heinrich Meyer is a new character in the zombie storyline right now. He's the guy who works with Requiem in Berlin, and he's saying that Valentina is inside of Berlin right now doing something that we don't know of. No, we don't have to talk. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, this is just about Outbreak itself. So yeah, killer crystals. Yeah, so the only thing that we should know is that the giant crystals are there to terraform the region and trying to make it more Dark Ether friendly for the creatures. So that's why we're blowing it up. Documents. Yeah, we can Operation Threshold. Yeah, Operation Threshold is Euro Mountains. So this is from things. Transcript intercept translated from German. Need update on site. Unknown contact. Readings confirm membrane permeable. Has date been determined? That's not up to me. Just keep your people ready to mobilize. Acknowledge. However, some starting to question if this is even possible. Eliminate the doubters. No margin for error. Ground must be prepared. Understood. We'll make an example of them. Good, but do so quietly. Do not lose element of surprise. We are currently working to identify Valentina's contact who cannot match with any known Omega or KGB asset. I will keep you advised of our progress. Heinrich Meyer, Berlin Station Chief. So, we actually did hear already about the membrane being permeable, and that was in the Yamantau intel. If we go back to that, I think it was Omega. Yeah, so right now they're using their special training to help determine if the tactical nuke explosion somehow weakened what Peck refers to as the dimensional membrane, thus causing a micro incursion. So what if they're gonna be blowing up Berlin to make those membranes permeable? So yeah, that's interesting stuff. That's going back from. Yeah, it's just about. We're just looking mostly for Valentina stuff in this. Yeah. I'm looking for Operatia Diversia. It's somewhere there. No. No, there's nothing there of that. Yeah, that's talking about Ravenov. Your mountains. Yeah, there's nothing in Omega. Audio logs. Ravenov. Maxis.
Good evening, Agent Maxis. I am Major Carver. I hope you're recovering from your ordeal.
Major, would that make you Requiem's highest-ranking military representative?
Please, call me Mac. My friends do. Now, I'm gonna get down to brass tacks. We are fighting a war that we both know we're losing. I was hoping your experiences could shed some light on just how far the enemy has gotten ahead of us.
Which enemy? Are you talking about Omega? Or the others?
When you say others, I'm assuming you mean hostile elements from within the Dark Ether itself. Are they mobilizing? Are their forces strategizing an assault on our world? What kind of technology do they possess? Is there some kind of hierarchy we should be aware of?
Well, Mac, to answer your questions in order, yes, yes, yes. I'm not sure, probably. But I'd be lying if I said I understood it. The whole experience of being trapped there was confusing.
With all due respect, Agent Maxis, as a former agent of the BND, there have doubtless been times in your career, your life, where lying and misleading those around you was very much essential.
Do you think I'm lying to you, Major Carver?
No. But I am concerned about the content of some transmissions you sent while you were in the Dark Ether. Some of them seem to imply that you yourself might have caused the outbreak at Outpost 25.
I don't know how that would be possible. Do you?
In recent months, we've seen a lot of things we never thought possible. So, if any details do come back to you, I trust you will let us know.
Of course. Now, if you don't mind, I would like to get some sleep.
So yeah, we can gather a few things from that. So they are indeed, the hostile forces in the Dark Ether are mobilizing, they're strategizing an assault, and they are working on a hierarchy. Like, there's gonna be a lot of talk about the hierarchy and the army thing in a moment if we get to season 3. So I'm just reading all of this and we're gonna name everything here. So this is about the voices. The voices?
Well, isn't this nice? I thought you might appreciate hearing a familiar voice. We have a lot in common, after all.
I'm not sure that we do. We're both Germans, but I think the similarity ends there.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Are you ashamed of your nationality for some reason?
Not ashamed. Not at all. But our nationality isn't what defines us.
True. Very true.
What do you want, Dr. Strauss?
My reputation precedes me. I'm flattered, humbled even.
Oh, I'm not sure you've ever been humbled, Strauss. In fact, I'm not even sure you're that much different from Peck.
My, such anger. You don't like him, do you? I can't say that I'm surprised. I mean, he did treat you very badly.
I don't like repeating myself, but again I have to ask, what do you want?
Requiem are very interested in the gaps in your memory regarding the events at Outpost 25, particularly its destruction and the question of your role in it.
I was angry and confused. But that doesn't mean I could somehow unleash all the forces of the Dark Ether upon Omega.
Well, I was thinking your anger was perhaps directed more at Peck. I would understand the desire for revenge.
You really think I had the power to do that, Strauss?
I'm more concerned about the possibility of you doing it again.
Don't worry. I'm not a danger to you. Or anyone else.
What about yourself?
Don't you have other things to do, Strauss?
Yeah, so Requiem does know a lot more stuff that's going on with Samantha. It is interesting though, since they were talking about certain radio quotes that she was sending out, but she doesn't remember that, and we don't have those radios with us. We only have the ones that are talking about herself and her being lost, but not about the ones about the gaps in her memories and about the destruction of Outpost 25. So maybe we can see that in Season 3 Reloaded or something.
Hi, Sam. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Gray. I was wondering if you felt well enough for a bit of a chat?
Sure, Liz. Why not?
I don't really like being called Liz. That was my mum's name. I prefer Elizabeth, if that's okay. Oh, wait, I just realised. Do you prefer Samantha?
Samantha, Sam, Maxis. Doesn't really matter to me. What do you want, Dr. Gray?
I just wanted to ask you some questions. Truth is, we're all a little bit surprised how well you're doing after your time in... well, you know.
You don't really know how well I'm doing, or how long I was there, do you?
That was one of the things I wanted to talk about. We do know that time moves differently there. Slower or faster, not sure. Suppose it's all relative, really.
I was there a long time. A very long time. So long I thought I'd never get out.
I'm sorry. I really am. But that's what's so unusual. Normally when people come back, they're more damaged. Physically and emotionally.
What makes you think I'm not damaged?
The only thing we've actually been able to detect is the change in your eyes. I've never seen anything like it. They're almost iridescent. Do things look different to you?
I see things differently, if that's what you mean. Sometimes the light hurts my eyes. Especially if I'm tired.
Are you tired now?
Would you mind switching the lights off on your way out?
Yeah, so the part about her eyes being purple and all is really interesting because he says that she can see stuff different now. And it's also making light hurt her eyes. I think that's because she's been in the Dark Ether for too long, of course. But I also do think that it has to do with something that the One is involved with. But we'll come back to that in a moment. The Weave one. Jesus Christ, my stick drift is amazing.
Weaver.
Hello, Sam.
You look serious.
My colleagues tell me you've not exactly been cooperative.
or forthcoming. Instead, you've been evasive. Obtuse, even.
Ain't that just like me?
This isn't a joke, Sam. I'm worried about you. We all are.
After what I've been through, do you honestly think I'm joking?
Sam.
I thought I'd died and gone to hell. I thought everything and everyone I ever knew was gone forever.
You've been to hell before, though, Sam. We both have. I was never going to leave you there to die.
Like you did the boy.
That's not fair, Sam. That was a different situation. We both did all we could.
But not enough. He's still dead, isn't he?
I can see you're agitated, so I'm gonna let you get some rest. I hope you feel better soon. I don't want to upset you.
Why? Are you worried I'll destroy everything like you think I did at Outpost 25? Weaver.
Yeah, so there's a distrust right now between Weaver and Maxis. It is interesting that they were talking about the boy. The only boy we know that is really connected to Samantha is Eddie. So did something happen to Eddie? I guess so. Maybe they're writing out Eddie like that. But the thing is, they said they've been both to hell. So did they somehow got into this mess altogether as well? And is that why they're working on Project End Station and with outbreaks and everything? Did they work together to kill zombies in the past? Is that how the boy died? Time will tell, I guess. Yeah, I made a promise. That's an interesting one.
I don't know how or why, but I am remembering. I was angry before, and I am so sorry. That wasn't me. If it was, it really wasn't who I wanted to be. I made a promise. A promise I couldn't keep. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could have kept you safe. I didn't. Maybe that anger made me do things. Things I wish I hadn't done. I may regret some, but others I meant to do. Tech. He deserves whatever damnation I have brought upon him. I hope he burns in a hell worse than mine.
So these are the quotes that were mentioning the Outpost 25. That she actually did do something to it. And that she is damnishing everybody. Yeah, she doesn't trust anybody, Mayor. They don't want to clear her for field ops. Yeah, she wants us to think about Ravenov. She knows about the Dark Ether. There's an even bigger one and threatening to boil over. So yeah, that's gonna come in later. So both ways. Both ways. Bigger and greater war than the Cold War. The door swings both ways, yeah. See, they're interested in us. changed. And we don't know who she's talking to. Is she talking to Strike Team or... Yeah, the Dark Aether threatens to consume us all. That much insurance, that's why I fight. Why I fight. Yo, chuse. Yeah, that's that. Dark Aether, audio logs, Fedorov, we've done those. Yeah, there's nothing much really because... Yeah, this was Samantha meeting up with Piotr. Piotr is still alive. He's changing though. Nothing there, so we're finally gonna go to season 3. That's the final about everything. Yeah, this one is interesting. Discord, right?
So, I've been thinking a bit about the beacon. You know, the thing we've been casually using to move between different areas of the outbreak zone. Well, we don't know what it is, or who built it. Same goes for the funny little vending machines. We think they're safe. Certainly no one's lost anything while using them, but they are something of a peculiarity. They appear to have been cobbled together from machine parts pulled from different time periods in our world. A bit of this from the 50s, a dash of that from the 60s, a sprinkle of something from the 80s. You get the idea. It just doesn't really make sense them being here. Now, I've got a theory, and it is only a theory, that someone or something in the Dark Aether has sent them here to help us. I'm not sure. It's definitely something to look into.
Yeah, so I showed this part already in the video, but the one thing I wanted to say is the beacon itself, is that somebody's sending it, and also the funny little vending machines. She's talking about the perk machine, of course, but also the one fizz machine, the 50s, a dash of that from the 60s, a sprinkle of something from the 80s, you know. You can see that on the one fizz machine. Nothing much there. Documents. Yeah, this one. Dark Aether objects. No, this is not the one. It's the crate memo. Yeah. So DK and Gaming Ref be like, it's Victus. Yeah. Per your request, I've compiled a summary of all known Dark Aether crates my strike team has encountered during the operation in the Ural outbreak zone. Currently, there are 3 classifications. Standard. This refers to the crates found placed throughout the various regions of the outbreak zone. These crates contain munitions, equipment, and salvage. They come in 3 sizes, seemingly correlating directly to the quality of its resources. Small, poor. Large, high. They represent the most common of its 3 classifications. The portal. Portal crates from the Dark Aether through sky breaches, unlike the standard classifications. These crates are initially sealed. When our team interacts with them, hostiles swarm the location. Once all threats have been eliminated, the crate is unlocked and provides resources of a higher quality than anything found in the standard crate. It seems the reward is directly tied to a strike team's survival. Once they demonstrate they are superior to their adversaries, they earn their reward. Dragon. Easily the most unusual. The Dragon crate comes from the Dragon rocket module, a Dark Aether construct that collects essence from infected subjects. The strike team must kill undead targets in the proximity of the module for the essence to be collected. After a predetermined period, the module returns to the Dark Aether, leaving behind a crate. Unlike the portal classification, the quality of this crate is dependent on the volume of essence provided. All three classifications seem to support your theory. Someone in the Dark Ether is trying to help us. Sometimes the method is unorthodox, collecting essence, tried by combat, but the end result equips our strike team with the tools necessary to survive. The who, how, and why remain a mystery, but there's some comfort knowing that there's someone over there that may be on our side, for now at least. So yeah, this all was made by Psychov to help out strike team in the meantime. But this could also mean that, because we know from the Fedorov quotes, that the Dragon module, once it feeds itself with all the essence, it sends itself back into the Dark Ether as a banquet for the One. So we are basically giving the One what he wants. So it seems that Psychov and the One are helping each other somehow. So there is a big story point in that, which could be its own theory. Omega. Yeah, Operatia Inversia. This is interesting stuff.
Just a moment. 22nd of July, 1984. Commencing a meeting. Valentina, sit, please.
You said you wanted to see me.
Doctor, how do you find my leadership techniques?
Efficient. Effective. You produce results.
And you would agree that should be our goal, huh? To produce results. Above all else.
Of course, Colonel. What is this about?
It occurred to me, you have said very little about my commandeering of Operatia Inversia.
Sir?
Come now. It was your project. Until I swooped in and snatched it from you. You must be upset. Angry.
I am, above all else, loyal to Omega. While it is true you have adjusted its parameters, if you believe it is the correct course of action, you have my full support.
I already had that. Give me your honesty. You must have questions. Speak freely.
Where did I fail? When I brought it to the committee, they seemed impressed. Did my targets present too great a risk? Was my plan too ambitious?
Too ambitious? You were not ambitious enough. But that is not a failing of yours. There is much you do not know. My intelligence tells me there is something out there. It is watching our world, looking for a way in. If it finds one, we must be ready. Rest assured, the West will be ours. But first, we must face the wolf at the door.
As always, I follow your orders. I am committed to our cause. We were the first.
And we are the last. Very good. Without you, my Operatia Inversia would not exist.
Always happy to build a solid foundation, Colonel.
So yeah, what is Operatia Diversia gonna be? That's the interesting part. Is it gonna be the stuff in Berlin, or is it gonna be something else? Since we do know that Valentina was in Berlin, but suddenly she's back here now. So yeah, I think if we look at the date, 22nd of July 1984, I'm just gonna go to Season 2, Requiem. Let me see. Do we have a date here? No, but I think we do have a document, right? 22nd of July. Do we not have a date there? Damn, that sucks. It sucks. Okay. Yeah. Next one. Like, Omega's ones are the best ones for Season 3, honestly.
This better be good. Come back, kid.
If it is not Gorev, at the very least it will be amusing.
Funny. Come over here. Hold this retractor. Almost.
ID badge?
Lieutenant Kazakov, Omega Armored Division at Outpost 25.
He escorted the Ethernauts in one of your tank suits, yes. I saw the blueprint. What is your point?
I am confused as well. We have seen this before. We lose men in dark ether, they come back with bad skin rash. This Krasny soldier is not different than others we have seen transformed by Ethereum.
Ah, see, that's what I thought as well. You're half right.
I have never been half anything, Peck.
Okay. Now just a sec. This is one of our men, and the armor is very similar, but it is not the same. Look at the color, the design. This isn't my work.
He came back with it.
And as far as I know, Ethereum crystals rot your brain. They can't give your car a new coat of paint. Someone's upgrading them. Over there.
We keep this between us for now. The Colonel has developed fiery new ideas. I do not wish to add more kindling. Understood? Good. Peck, see that this thing is destroyed.
So yeah, that was the part talking about how the Krasny got developed, and also Kravchenko adding a freaking flamethrower to the tank suit. So yeah, that's how they got the flamethrower now. Witching hour. So yeah, this is an interesting one, since we do know but the one itself. But apparently Peck knows about something as well.
Peck, personal log, September 3rd, 1984, 2:35 a.m. The witching hour approaches. Cheers. It's been nearly 2 months since my arrival. Work on the inversion warheads proceeds as planned. Operations continue to run smoothly, but... oh, damn it all. You're right, Peck. You're always right. Wait, that's not what this is about. Look, too many sleepless nights. Maybe it's too much time down here in the deep, in the darkness. I could go to the surface, but there are things up there science just can't explain. The demonic echoes that keep tormenting my staff. An ethereal orb that, I don't know, it cries out with the laughter of children. It's enough to drive a man insane. Not that I'm insane. No, I'm holding it together. Nothing to worry about here. Old noggin's good. But we keep trying to bend this reality to work for us. We mine and pilfer for resources to build our weapons and warheads. We really have no clue what we're dealing with, do we? I mean, 1 second this place is trying to kill you. The next it's dropping treasure chests out of the sky. Am I crazy, or are we vastly underestimating the powers in play? I found one of those computers from the dark ether. Omega studied them, but they don't have much to show for it. But I've spoken to someone on the other side. I haven't told the others. I need to be careful. Keep my cards close to my chest. After all, knowledge is power.
Yeah, so Peck interacted with a trial machine and actually spoke to Psychov. So that has me actually thinking, are the messages that we are receiving, are they actually for us or are they for Peck? Because it seems that Peck was talking to Psychov, and it seems that when you're watching the Dark Aether ones, he says, "My friend." He could be talking about us since he's talking about bravery, but you don't know. They're both they're both on the same side. They're Russian and everything, you know. It's interesting, nonetheless. Omega radio transmission. Audio logs. Yeah, his plan, our plan. This is the final one.
16th of August, 1984. Personal log. He visited me again tonight. As I slept, he appeared before me. He is but a shadow to me. So close yet so far. He told me to have faith. I must stay the course. There were recent developments last month that were unanticipated. He assured me that all was not lost. His plan, our plan, is still on schedule. He had new instructions for me. I will see that they are completed. We will be reunited. We will rise again. Our destiny is all but assured.
Woo! About all this stuff, huh? Yeah, there's a lot more stuff. Operatia Diversia, Krasny Soda Blueprint, Phase Report. Yeah, there's nothing much here. Maxes, do we have anything there? Audio log. Yeah, her. That's the only thing you can really note here. Her childhood is almost a complete blank. And she was in an orphanage. So we're just gonna write that down real quick. Smith was in an orphanage. Orphanage. Yo! Bucky. How you doing, man? Smith was in an orphanage and has blank memories of her childhood. Yeah, so she's having another outburst. She gets fluffy again. Where is the... Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is the interesting one. Yeah, I'm doing good, mate.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Weaver.
I was hoping we could talk about yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
You don't remember?
It's hard to keep things straight in my mind. Especially with the cocktail of drugs you're giving me. Every day.
It's for your own good, Sam. We just want to help. Your outbursts are a cause for concern. We must understand that. The nurse was only trying to do his job.
Broken noses will heal. Besides, the medications don't help. They don't stop the dreams.
What dreams?
What do I dream of? I keep dreaming that I'm in the field. Fighting for something. Over and over again.
Sam, you understand that I can't let that happen. Not yet.
Do you think there's something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me?
Get some rest, Sam. It's important that you feel better.
Exactly, Chuse. That's what I'm thinking. And the part that has me thinking about that this is referencing the Great War, is that this is a new Great War that's coming. When she said in Alpha Omega, we're about to fight the war, Eddie, the Great War. We didn't see that happen, but maybe that is referencing this point in time that's about to happen. But the thing that she says is she was in the field fighting for something. Has me, let me just grab that. That's why we have this. So I think you can see my display capture now. So yeah, in the intro for Alpha Omega, Eva Returns, we get this part right here. Fighting for something over and over again. Notice how the place is dark. Purple eyes. So yeah, I think that might be referencing that point in Alpha Omega where she uses her power right now. You see how her eyes become purple for a split moment. Right there. And we do see that as well come back in the freaking Dark Ether Chronicles for this. And I do think that this is a rewritten dimension, but that this is still what happened in the Dark Ether itself. But instead of it being the giant Apothicon, it was another Elder God, since the Apothicons are known as Elder Gods, and that it was an Orda. So that she killed Ordas along the way. And that has me thinking that that was that, because there's a diary of Psychov that says that he found a dead one on the ground. And that has me reminding me of this right here. About this part where she just fucking yeets that boy and then kills the Apothicon just in one fell swoop. So yeah. Okay, let me see. Outbursts. New friend, yeah. So she cannot extract things. We're gonna see Ravenov come in again with this quote 100%. The Dark Ether doesn't have anything except Fedorov, which is the things about it, you know. Radio transmission, Psychov. It is in video. But yeah, that's all the Dark Ether intels that you can actually get and you can look for. So now we're gonna go into theory. So my theory indeed has to do with the Great War. And we're gonna be seeing the Great War soon enough. I think that there's gonna be a new Great War and that both Omega and Requiem need to be ready for it. I think that right now in the outbreak zones, the one is testing us right now to see if his soldiers, since every single time that somebody becomes a zombie, they join his army, and people who are long enough in the Dark Ether and actually do his task like the Dragon task, they become his soldier in his army, but then a higher rank, like the Tempests, the Manglers, the Procrastini Soldiers, you know? That's the rule in the Dark Ether. It's the rule of survival there. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing the Dark Ether version of the Great War soon. That's what I'm thinking. That's why Samantha sees all these things. We're gonna get so much more stuff coming in next seasons with what's been going on with Samantha, probably what she saw in the Dark Ether, how she actually got her attire, because she has a lot of things reminiscing of Primus and Ultimus. And yeah, it's a really interesting story this time around. Also, there's some kind of connection between Psychov and the One, because he's making these machines and he sends them to us, but we benefit the One with it. So what is going on with there? Is the One also that is talking with Valentina? Is that the One, or is that Psychov, since he says, yo, shadowy mind presence, you know, that they want to be reunited again. It can also be because they're both Russian. So they could have been childhood friends for whoever knew. Can always happen. And that's why she joined Omega. So she can be reunited with him after getting some instructions. So the story of the Dark Ether Chronicles is really interesting so far. And I will be theorizing more. I just wanted to make this video or stream, listening to all the intels, making some stuff along the lines, talk about the crackpot theories that I have. And hopefully the thing about the Dark Ether Great War will be true. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Jesus, we can just listen to Intel for 2 hours. It's interesting. I don't have to go into another map again with the Intel system, so that's good. I can just listen to this whenever I want. And that's a great part about this. You don't have to go into another map. You don't have to say, yo, can you keep the zombie for a moment so I can listen to this radio? Or have to go into the files. You can just grab it from here and listen to it. So much better. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be coming back with some more Dark Ether files soon. I'll be talking a little bit more with Eric Maynard, talking about these theories. We're probably going to be making a video about it. Hopefully at least. So yeah, thank you for watching. And it's your boy, Flamer, signing off. Have a good night.